I think the key element of leadership that I've always centered on is finding the mutual benefit. Whether you're leading an organization and a staff and you're trying to set a tone that people feel like I'm in this and I have an opportunity to grow and develop or have an impact is really key to building a successful organization and team. And in the same way, when you're trying to help communities move forward and improve outcomes, place becomes that shared benefit, that mutual shared benefit. I'm Chris Estes, co-executive director of the Community Strategies Group, and here are a couple things I wanted to share about leadership. One of the most important lessons I've learned and tried to practice as a leader is avoiding the zero-sum framework, the idea that there's one winner, or if I win, someone else loses. And that is both internally as an organizational leader with staff and externally as an organization trying to work with other organizations or communities. The importance of this is that we never have all the resources we need to do the work we want to do, whether it's, again, organizationally or as a community or a field. If we're not maximizing the talents of everybody involved and all the other folks in the field and community, we're never going to be as successful. And so this involves sort of shifting the paradigm away from the scarcity or deficit framework into a one that says, we're going to all be better off if we can collaborate and maximize. And it takes people working together and seeing how this shared relationship is actually leading to mutual benefit, and that we're getting more collective attention for our work and we're having more collective impact on outcomes. And that sets a tone that leads to more and greater buy-in and typically leads to more and greater investment by other funders who are excited to see a sort of synergy of efforts coming together where often people are sort of pitted against each other for that one person who's going to get that funding or one person who's going to get that credit. So I think, again, avoiding that outcome and really centering collaboration and trust building and mutual benefit is really key to success in my experience. The second leadership element, and again, this is both an internal and external thing, is how to intentionally structure environments where you are going to build trust and learn. It's one thing to say we're all working together on this or we all matter, but whether it's structuring your organization where you're going to actually be able to learn from your colleagues. And when you're bringing community members together, it's that they're actually going to be able to learn from each other. It takes real intentionality. How are we creating not just a safe space, but a space and a structure that's going to result in mutual learning? In practice, what this looks like is structuring conversations where people are able to share a little bit about maybe something they are working on or struggling with or a question they have. And the rest of the group can only ask questions for the next 15 minutes. There is no advice given, no advice in the form of a question. It's really centering what you are going to learn about that person's situation or that organization's work or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. This is where we have found that peer learning really happens, so that over the course of the next 10 and 15 minutes, people are having to ask and learn. They're not thinking about the next thing they're going to say or the point they want to make or the sort of point they want to score, but more about how am I going to learn more about this thing so I can be helpful. One of the key elements of being a leader is being able to fine-tune and ask the right question. When we say that, we really mean fine-tune, getting to a what will it take question in a way that's sharp and focused, not cosmic in the sense of like it's so big, what will it take to get to world peace, but what will it take for this to happen? And then facilitating a process which can kind of guide people through both what their current understanding is, asking them to think and vision and imagine how things might be different to get to that what will it take, and then their collective sort of learning from each other in that process, really ending with a set of recommendations of what's needed. It's an effective communication strategy, But it's really, to me, about leadership when you are able to center what the question is and then really listen and design the discussion that helps people get there in a process rather than asking people to just brainstorm and riff. And often that doesn't feel like a very safe environment, and you're not always getting people's best thinking that way.